When applying to a new job, there's always a chance you're going to leave money on the table. You don't mean to do it, but it happens. There are over 2 million federal government jobs out there. And you would think because of the rigid pay scale that similar jobs would get similar pay, but that's not always true. So how can they be different? There are two main ways. The first is promotion ladders. The second is pay bands. Let's say you're looking for a job that pays between $85,000 and $100,000 a year. That would put you at a GS-12, which is a very common grade. Especially if you live in a larger city in a larger metropolitan area, GS-12s are all over the place. For this example, let's look at financial analysts. Here's one in the Department of Army at the GS-12 level. The salary range is between $90,000 and $117,000 a year. Now let's go ahead and compare that with a job that has a promotion ladder built in. This right here is a financial analyst position in the Department of Navy. This is a GS-12/13. The salary range is between $99,000 and $153,000 a year. Both of these positions are similar, except that one has the ability to earn you an extra $30,000 a year. So for the position that has no promotion ladder, what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to wait 12 months, maybe 24 months, whenever you decide to apply. You will essentially be applying for your promotion. If you never take the initiative to apply, your promotion will never come. And there are people that sit in the same position for 10, 15, 20 years, and they never bother to apply for their promotion. Now, for the position that has a promotion ladder that goes up to GS-13, what will happen in that case is the individual, after 12 months, if they perform to standard, their supervisor will go ahead and nod off on their promotion. They will not have to apply for it. It will come to them. Let's stick with the same example, but now let's look at how pay bands can affect pay. So when we're thinking about how federal employees get paid, most people think of a GS pay scale. This has 15 grades and 10 steps per grade. Now it takes 18 years to move from step 1 to step 10. So we were just looking at a financial analyst position that was paid $99,000 to $153,000 on the GS pay band. But check this out. This is the same type of position in the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. This is on the CG pay scale. It has a salary range of $109,000 to $211,000 a year. It is hiring at the CG-12 level. Now, that might not mean anything to you because you're not familiar with the CG pay band. But it's the equivalent of a GS-12, except it pays $50,000 more a year. So to be eligible for CG-12, you need 12 months of experience at the GS-11 level. And it's not just FDIC using their own pay band. Check this out. This is in the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The salary range here is up to $184,000 a year. This job is on the CN pay band. A CN51 is generally the equivalent of a GS-11, even though it pays higher. So there are many times you can look outside of the GS pay band and you can find opportunities that are similar when it comes to responsibilities for qualifications to be eligible. There's similarities there, but the pay in a lot of these agencies, they can dramatically exceed the GS pay band. But keep in mind that 70% of all federal government jobs, they are on the GS pay band. So what can you do if you're applying, you're accepting a job offer to increase your salary? The main thing is you can negotiate your salary. You do this by negotiating your step level. Now, a lot of people do not do this, and there's a few reasons why. The first reason is you have to be the one that initiates it. The agency isn't going to come to you and say, hey, we can offer you a maximum of step 10, which is $30,000 more than the entry level, right? They're not going to say that to you. You have to initiate it. It has to be on a memo. This is not based on your previous salary. This is based on your superior qualifications. You have to highlight your experience, your awards, your publications, your graduate level degrees. You have to show that you're just not some random Joe. You are you, and you have experience and education that makes you a superiorly qualified candidate. Now, if you do this, what this does is it unlocks tens of thousands of dollars in some cases. It could be up to $30,000. That's the difference. Step 1, Step 10. If you look at GS-14, GS-15, there's a huge difference between both of those steps. A lot of people, they don't want to do this. And the reason is because it extends the hiring process, which is true. It will extend it by 2-3 weeks, maybe even more than a month in some situations. Another reason is they don't want to jeopardize their job offer. But what I tell everybody is, listen, negotiate one time. Initiate it, try to negotiate that first time. Will an agency have a counter offer? Maybe. You might ask for step 7 and they say, hey, listen, we'll give you step 4. At that point in time, you either accept it or you walk away. Because if you continue to try to negotiate after that first time, you're now in jeopardy of losing the job offer. Another thing that could be holding you back from a higher salary when you get into the government is you have a misconception of how much your experience is valued. So you think that you have to get your foot in the door, which is completely false. So you go ahead and take 20 years of experience and you accept a GS6. And I don't know what you're doing at this point, because you need to look at your experience and fairly assess it to the GS level that you should be. And there's also something where people are saying, I don't have the right education. Even though 75% of government jobs, they don't have an educational requirement, but because you don't have a bachelor's degree or a master's, you don't think you can compete for GS13s. Well, you can, especially in larger cities. There are GS13s, 14s, and 15s that have no college degree, but they have the experience, they prove themselves through the interview, and now they're sitting in that seat earning that salary. And you could be the same way. Many people do not fairly value their experience, and what they end up doing is they disqualify themselves before human resources ever gets a chance. Look at what you have done throughout your career and fairly assess it. Now, if you are interested in federal government jobs that pay 6 figures, in some cases over $150,000 a year, have absolutely no college requirement. If you're interested in those type of jobs, I want you to check this video out next. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.